Brody Jackson, my man, the new co-host, I understand, of the fabulous Blue Bomber show.
That's right, I'm taking over your spot, buddy.
You excited? You pumped?
Stoked.
How was, because Babbage runs a tough training camp.
Like watching training camp? Like Bombers training camp?
No, like your training camp. Like what have you done so far?
Gone over the rosters. I met with Kim a couple times.
So you're just gonna walk in there and start hosting. You've done nothing. You gotta put more effort into this than you do into your relationships at home, Brody. This is serious stuff. Okay. Blindfold, nothing? Stairs? You've done
I haven't done any of that stuff. Why would you need to do that stuff, man? Just talking to players.
This ain't a joke, buddy. This is football. Let's grab the blindfold and get started, buddy.
The blindfold? What's that for?
Blindfold, put that on.
You mean, like, what are you doing?
You can't be able to see what I'm gonna do. Turn it over. Babbage made me do this. You stand there, I'm gonna throw you the ball, you catch it, all right? Ready? Oh, that's not funny. That's not. That's not funny. I mean, it was hilarious, but follow me. Yeah, but run.
What
now
do you mean
start
run?
running.
I'm running. Stupidest idea ever.
Almost done the warm-up.
A warm-up?
Come on, Brody. How badly do you want this?
Hey, can we do something new now?
Yeah. One more word and we're doing stairs.
The stairs?
It's time for stairs, buddy. And by stairs, I mean, we'll start in section A. You want to run to the top. Might as well do B, C, D, E, F, G. Get that end zone action going. You know what? Do A to Y, up and down, and then all the way back again. The record set in training camp last year, Glenn January, 7 minutes, 13 seconds. So
What'd you do, man?
it's not about me, buddy. It's about you. Let's go. All right, buddy. A through Y, up and down. Go.
I'm done.
Oh. How'd that go?
Hell.
You know what? Stupid me. It was so funny, but you took off there and I started texting back and forth with Bromley. I forgot to time you, so I need to get an official time. So if you want to go ahead and do that again, I'll get it this time, I promise you. So sorry, but go ahead.
Anyways.
You can't talk like that. I'll tell you right now, Kim Babbage won't tolerate that.
Okay. Going for a beer.
Well, I'm impressed, buddy. You did well with the physical side of things. Couple more pointers if you really want to take the reins. You want to learn to describe something as awesome. And so when you see something that is genuinely considered awesome, you want to say, oh, that's awesome. So give that a shot.
You want me to say that's awesome?
Yeah, just like I said it.
Whoa, that's awesome.
Well, I didn't cough all weird like that. You want to say, oh, that's awesome.
Whoa, that's awesome.
I'm not Santa. You sound, that's like, that was sort of Santa.
That's how you said it.
That's not how I said it. That's awesome.
That's awesome.
No, that was, you sounded like, that was like a Dutch hybrid sort of accent. I don't have an accent.
Do accent.
Who are you listening to? Are you impersonating someone not named me?
Ah.
Well, I want to present you with something really special. I think you've earned it. I ask that you treat it with respect, with pride, loyalty, hustle. You've earned it, man. Good luck.
Thanks, man. Appreciate everything today.
That's it.
I think it's awesome.
It's not right. I don't think that's your thing. Just, it's not the worst thing. Like you're,
Yes, yeah.
I'm just.
All right. Thanks. It's awesome.
Here we go. Fabulous. Love how you do it.
Fabulous.
Fabulous Blue Bombers. Fabulous. The fabulous Blue Bomber Show.
On Shaw TV, brought to you by Moxie's. Now here are your hosts, Kim Babbage and Brody Jackson.
Hi everybody and welcome back for the 7th season of the Fabulous Blue Bomber Show here on Shaw TV. I'm Kim Babbage. You now know this guy from QX104 FM, Brody Jackson. What people need to realize is that ball that you took below the gut was a real hit. How bad was that?
You know, I'm still reeling from that day, actually, from that moment. And it's been like 17 months since we shot that. Actually, it really hasn't, but.
No, but he really did hit you there.
No, he did. He hit me. And you know what the worst part about it is that he got a couple shots and off of camera too.
Yeah, that's right.
And even when we weren't around at that time, even by the studio, like whenever he's hanging out
throwing balls at you.
Not even. He just comes and boots me. Right like that. That's kind of how Ace rolls.
That's your indoctrination, and it was a test and you passed. So we're very happy to have you on the Fabulous Blue Bomber Show. So we're going to get right into things. The preseason game, that was kind of cool because it felt more like a regular season game than any preseason game I've watched in years. Do you agree?
I totally agree. And the cool thing about that game too was to see how much quarterback depth we have.
I know, right?
Like it's not just, we know that this is Buck's team, but everything behind, we're laughing. You know, the guys are really good.
But people have been saying, why are they keeping Justin Goltz around? Let's be honest, we have some injury-prone quarterbacks. So having the fourth guy in camp and a very talented fourth guy who they want to develop, probably that would be the reason why we're keeping four, for at least for the time being anyway.
Well, and that's the crazy thing that you see, as so many teams always struggle, especially in the CFL, to find even a really good backup. And now it doesn't seem that way with the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. Yeah. You want to see each and every one of them play.
I know.
You're pumped up the entire time.
Well, listen, we've got tons of great stuff coming up on the show today. We've got a bunch of new features that we've added that weren't here last year. We're giving away a bunch of stuff throughout the show, so you're going to want to make sure to stick around. But it is a hot day down here at Canada Stadium, and we haven't started sweating just yet, but I'm sure that's coming. And there's a reason I'm saying.
Speak for yourself over here.
There's a reason I'm saying that. During the off-season, the offensive line guys, they do a lot to, believe it or not, to stay in shape. And one of the things that a number of the guys were doing was going to hot yoga. Sweating. There we go. There's your tie-in.
Well, and the main tie-in on this is that so guys, if you don't like doing hot yoga, these are manly football players doing hot yoga. You have no more excuses.
They're 300-pound offensive linemen. I mean, I don't know if that's a gross visual or what, but they were led, of course, in the offseason. Abi Khan, one of our favorite offensive linemen, he retired, but he is still quite involved with a number of the guys, hangs out with them. And Abby took the guys to hot yoga, so that's where we are starting this year's Fabulous Blue Bomber Show. We're going hot yoga.
Oh, I'm dripping. There was a little bit of a puddle there. It was nice. It was a challenge today. As you can see, I'm dripping sweat.
No, yoga sweat is like with this, it just doesn't stop. And all I hear is like a drum roll of this pitter-patter on the mat.
You just feel the sweat dripping all the way down my flowing hair to my back. And we'll leave it at that. It continues to roll, but we'll stop there. We normally don't start class this hard. I did yoga a couple years ago, actually, when I got really sick. I started doing yoga for meditation purposes. And I've been doing yoga, regular yoga, for the last couple years, but I thought the benefit wasn't really there as much. I wasn't getting as much stretch, I wasn't working as hard, and it was kind of getting boring. So this year I tried the Moksha hot yoga classes, and I love it.
This is my first time doing a yoga ever. It was very good. It's excellent for general strength and flexibility.
The few times I've come, I'm actually the least flexible, but I guess there's nobody 240 in the class till you come to this, you know, obesity class, I guess it is.
I can hear the sweat dropping off of you to the floor.
No, it was good. It was a refreshing reminder, but it's no joke.
I was really hesitant at first, once a week. Now I'm 3 times a week, and I think it's amazing for my flexibility. My back doesn't hurt, my knees don't hurt. I feel good. And I've lost some weight, and I look good. I mean, you'll see later, I look great.
You got Abby next to you, who's like a Bounty paper towel with all the absorption on him, and he's just dripping everywhere. He's like gravy with him. Don't tell him I said that.
31, 34. 22.
1 Minute With, brought to you by Winnipeg U-Drive and Payless Car Rental.
It's 1 minute with Joey Elliot. We have him right here beside us. You were obviously working really hard this week. Appreciate you taking the time here to come to a chat with us. Get a chance for you to get to know Joey Elliot a little bit better. Now, Joey, if you had One entire day off in Winnipeg, what would you do?
I'd probably hit in the morning, start off with a good breakfast, head to the golf course with the QB crew, and then I'd probably try to find a boat or a lake or a jet ski or something, try to get out and get some sun.
So who wins in the golf?
Probably myself. I'd give them a few strokes, but it'd be fun.
It's an obvious right there. So they have the higher handicaps, and I guess that's how it goes. Who's always inspired you?
My family. My mom's always been a strong support. My dad's been a football coach, always been there, but I played against him, and so I learned a lot from him.
Is your town like a big family town? You're from Evansville, right?
Yes, it's a smaller town, but we have 9 high schools, about 150,000 people, so it's a family town.
Still a small town, for sure. Your most hilarious Halloween outfit that you can remember?
I was a pumpkin when I was 3. I don't know, that's the only one I really have pictures of. I was a football player once too, but everybody's done that.
Did you have a carving in the pumpkin, or was it just straight pumpkin?
No, I had the top. I had the top. I was the pumpkin.
Perfect. Now, you're going out for a night on the town in Winnipeg. Who do you take with you? You get one bomber to take with you.
One?
Yeah.
Just one?
Just one. You can't take anybody else. Low funds for that night.
Okay, I'll take Jovan or Hefney. Everybody knows who they are. So I got to take somebody who's credible, you know. If we don't have any funds, we got to be able to get in. Hopefully our meals comp because I'm with somebody who's important, you know.
I hope you take me along on this night. I'm already ready for it.
You said one. Not two,
yeah, I didn't make the cut. Oh, man. Okay, do you have any clue why glue doesn't stick to the bottle?
Not sure, but I know wood glue and Elmer's glue are the same. So can you answer that?
No idea, man. No, I'm lost on that one. Okay, let's move on to the next one. If you have Paul Lapalisa's credit card, what do you use it to buy?
I buy all the quarterbacks' iPads.
That's a nice guy right there, huh?
He bought all the coaches' iPads. We're looking for ours.
And hope you can get one, man. Thanks so much for doing this. This has been, well, 1 minute with Joey Elliot. Thanks so much.
Thanks for having me.
Cheers.
You've been photobombed.
You have indeed been photobombed. That is a new segment here on the Fabulous Blue Bomber Show here for 2012. That is the voice of our own resident Muppet Brahms at Shaw, and he is hairier than most Muppets.
Oh, like animal hairy? Like that kind of hair? Like the...
No, like he's got a beard that stretches to his belly button, practically.
So it's not even really a Muppet, it's actually Brahms himself.
Yes, it is actually Brahms himself, yes. Anyway, so new segment here called Photobombed, and you can win every week a Moxie's gift card if you are the winning photographer, if you submit the winning photograph. Now, the winning photo will be chosen by our own Rockin' Rudy Gower, crack cameraman, best cameraman in town. He will be choosing the winner every week. So what we need you folks to do is submit your photos. Now they can be anything, not necessarily a traditional photobomb where you stick your head in the back of someone else's picture. You can, but it can really be anything. We want creativity, we want awesomeness, in general just awesomeness. So here's some examples. I've got the iPhone out. Here's some examples of photos some ideas for you to get you inspired to submit. So the first one, I took this photo at the game. You're done.
What does he's done? I don't understand.
There is an apostrophe and an E missing here. For all you grammar Nazis out there, and I am one of them. Yeah.
That's what happens when you cheap out on the jersey. Like when you don't get the full amount of money or your value, you need that apostrophe and the E in there.
Exactly. As Christine Langdon tweeted to us at the Fabulous Blue Bomber Show, FBBS WPG on Twitter, that is a perfectly good Glenn January jersey ruined.
Yeah, Glenn January would not be proud of the grammar situation.
He's a guy who knows his English.
Fabulous.
All right, next photo. I took this one near the Rum Hut at the preseason game. I get the wrestling mask and the head-to-toe blue and gold. I do not get the chicken mask.
That's what happens when you have that much rum.
All right, fair comment.
You turn into a chicken.
Maybe, yes.
You know that, kids.
But they shouldn't discourage you from purchasing beverages at the Rum Hut. Next photo submitted by a good friend of Shaw TV, Chris Gaudry, and this is his wee little baby asleep on Mama's shoulder at the game wearing gigantic blue headphones. I guess they're noise blockers.
Are you sure? Because it might have been attached to an iPod and he was listening to Iron Maiden.
Yes, most tiny babies request Iron Maiden instead of the loud crowd at a football game.
Rockin' baby.
And final picture for your inspiration for our photobomb segment. This guy had this fantastic sign at the Bomber game. This new stadium sucks. Ha ha ha.
Is this a new stadium?
Evidently, we are playing here all year.
I like this one.
It's not bad. You know what? I don't mind it. Anyway, if you would like to submit a picture for Photobombed and try to win a $25 gift card to Moxie's, we want you to send us photos. You have a few ways you can do it. You can post them to our page on Facebook, so like us on Facebook. You can send them to us on Twitter, that's at FBBSWPG, or you can email them to us at fabulousbluebombershow@shaw.ca. Make sure we will contact you if you are the winner, and then we'll need your address and we'll send you out the Moxie's gift card. But get the photos in, get them in early, get them in often, and Rockin' Rudy Gower, he will determine your fate.
He's a professional photo judger.
Yes, you've been photobombed. So we're checking in with Enoch Moa to talk a little bit about his off-season. Now, if you watched our Grey Cup coverage from Vancouver, you will know that Enoch played against his brother Koshi in the Grey Cup because he plays for BC. And we talked a little bit about what would happen if BC won or if Winnipeg won. Now, obviously, we know the Bombers didn't win the Grey Cup, and I'm wondering how much your brother harassed you in the off-season because he promised he was going to make it difficult.
Yeah, definitely. It was super difficult. I mean, we were together the whole off-season. And I pretty much heard it almost every day.
Did you really, like, seriously, every day?
Yeah. I mean, every time I bother him or say anything about anything, he'd bring it up. So
really,
yeah,
eh?
I had to stay off of him.
So how did your mom and dad feel about the fact that he won versus you?
I mean, my parents have always been equal, and they've always been supporting both of us. And, you know, they never I've never felt in any way that, you know, he was more favored, or I don't think that he felt that I was ever favored. But, you know,
now he's got a Grey Cup ring, and...
Nah, they've always been supporting, and I feel like, you know, sometimes I don't even like it because my mom comes at me and, you know, she tries to...
She eggs you on?
No, she doesn't egg me on.
Okay.
She doesn't egg me on, but she's trying to support me. But I'm like, Mom, it's okay, you know, it happens, but I got to get my own.
Did they maybe make it up to you in like better Christmas presents or anything? Did anything at all? Did they try to like soften the blow?
Yeah, I mean, I think more in words and you know, in terms of just supporting me mentally, and you know, emotionally, and talking to me more. But I don't know if I like it, you know, that much. But you know, that's what they're trying to do.
All right, well, go get one this year and even up the score.
That's the only way I'll even it up.
That's right. Thanks, Enoch.
A musical moment with Jay.
Hey gang, I'm Jay Williams. Every episode of the Fabulous Blue Bomber Show this year is going to include a special moment with me. We're calling it a musical moment with Jay. Today I'd like to spend that musical moment wishing the Bombers a hearty welcome back from their well-deserved rest during the off-season. So here we go. Hey Bombers, welcome back. You guys really rocked it last year. Grey Cup runners-up, that's nothing to scoff at, but I'll tell you what, I'm expecting even bigger and better things this year. I'm a really good predictor when it comes to stuff like this, and I predict that you're going to outscore your opponents by a score of 450,000 to nothing. 450,000, that's right. So 18 games in a season divided by, let's see, carry the W, that's 25,000 points a game. That might seem like a lot, but that's the kind of faith I have in you guys. Now, we are missing some old friends. Doug Brown, Abby Khan retired, but I'm sure some of the new faces are going to fill in those gaps. It's going to be awesome this year. Now, a lot of people are choked about being back at the old stadium, but I'll tell you why I'm not. This is a great, great opportunity for us to spend a little more time with the Rum Hut and a little more time with the Trough, which I'm sure you're going to be seeing a lot more of in the musical moment with Jay. We'll see you next time on the Fabulous Blue Bomber Show.
The Fabulous Blue Bomber Show steps up to the post. And they're off. At the 40, at the 30, at the 20, at the 10, it's a photo finish. That's your Assiniboia Downs Workhorse of the Week.
Ball game. Burris again throwing a lot here. Chris Williams, now it's a foot race. And Williams, oh my, Brandon Stewart.
Brandon Stewart, you positively demolished Chris Williams in the first quarter of that preseason game. Tell us about that hit.
I mean, he's a light guy. You know, he's a real light guy. He's more of a speed style receiver. I just saw him. I knew he wasn't going outside of me, and if he did, I was going to punish him. And it just so happened he tried to step outside, and I caught him off balance, and the highlight, I guess, shows what happened.
And Williams, oh my!
Well, not only was that a highlight of the game, that gets you the Fabulous Blue Bomber Show Workhorse of the Week Award, which we're presenting to you. Now, you may remember this horse because last year at the Assiniboia Downs, Brandon and Chris Vekovich called a horse race, and we were presented with a horse. Well, we're a low-budget show, so we recycled that and turned it into an award, and Jovan and Buck won it last year. Well, the Assiniboia Downs graciously stepped up, and they're sponsoring this award this year, so we're giving out a horse every week. So here's your now you're the winner for the first week of the year. You are going to pick next week's workhorse. Okay, so after the game next week, we're going to check in with you and you tell us, and it can be based on whatever, anything, whether it's something that was a clear highlight of the game or something that fans wouldn't have seen, whatever you want, and then your teammate will win. Okay, so
Can I pick myself?
You cannot pick yourself. Okay, good question, great question. We didn't make that clear.
18 weeks in a row.
Brandon Stewart every week. It's amazing. You got a lot of horses. So we're going to get you to pick someone. Also, we're giving you a $25 gift certificate to Moxie's as part of your award. And we're going to give you an opportunity right now to give a shout out to whomever you would like out in Fabulous Blue Bomber Show land. Shout out time. Go ahead.
Oh man, shout out to my family, of course, first and foremost. You know, my grandma, my mom, my sister, nieces and nephews. Shout out to my girl, her family, the Slaters. Hey baby, I love you. All my teammates and coaches for, you know, giving me an opportunity to do what I do. Have fun, play football.
It's like the Academy Awards here on the Fabulous Blue Bomber Show. Brandon Stewart, congratulations for being our first official Workhorse of the Week for 2012, and we'll check in with you next week for the winner.
Thank you, Kim. Appreciate it. There we go. Moxie's. Yes.
The Workhorse of the Week is brought to you by Assiniboia Downs. Open year-round for horse racing, gaming, and dining. Go to asdowns.com for more information.
It's time now for the Rules Clinic.
How you doing? I'm Terrence Edwards.
This is Johnny Sears.
And today we're gonna focus on pass interference, something DBs say they never do.
Yeah, no pass interference here, man.
Okay, number one rule as a wide receiver is we never let the DBs touch us. But their job is to redirect us in our routes and try to not let us get the ball. So me and Johnny today is gonna show you some of the do's and don'ts. Okay, Johnny. The first thing we try to do here is I try to get away from Johnny, whatever kind of move, he's gonna press me, one hand or two hands. I try to escape, either way, as it goes, he's gonna run with me. Either way I break, Johnny's gonna be on my hip, and one of the things that we don't like to be physical. DBs try to get physical with us, try to redirect us, and throw all timing off. So, as we go, let's start over here, Johnny. Front of the line of scrimmage, I beat Johnny, as I always do. I'm running down the field. If I make a route, a pass interference is Johnny grabbing me and stopping me from going to where I want to go. That's the rules of pass interference.
And a do, you can grind them, force the issue, and so when he do break that way, we can lean into it and fall into the route. That's a do.
One of the rules is, they say the DB has a space, that he can have this space. So if I'm running at Johnny and he hits me, that's legal. They say the DB has a space that he can control, and I can't come in his space. If I do, he has the right to hit me. But if I come in his space and he hit me and the ball is in the air, that's a pass interference. But as long as it's not in the air, he has the right to hit me and do whatever he wants. What else we got there, Johnny?
How to play the ball in the air.
Okay. We got a deep ball. I get outside Johnny, we're jostling for position, we running. One thing that he can't do is pull me down here on my arm. They do it all the time, it don't get called, but it's illegal.
It doesn't happen.
That's a trick that the DBs do. So, as we running again, this is what he's trying to do. We arm fighting, that's illegal all the way down the field. They will never call that, never call that. But, as you know, if the ball is incomplete, I'm gonna get up and screen pass interference, and he's gonna get up and waving no completion.
Don't leave out the push-off now. We got one more, the push-off. Every DB know about the push-off.
As we running, we jostling, and the ball in the air, and I do that.
Look, they would never call that, as you've seen before.
Little trick of the trade for all your receivers out there. Notice, I didn't do this. I did this, called a chicken wing. That would never be called. But if I do this, a stand on Johnny, that should be called by letter of the law.
It should.
But we know sometimes it do, sometimes it don't.
Miss it looking.
And that's some of the rules of pass interference.
This is, I'm going to instate a new rule, no eating on the show except for Buck's barbecue chips.
I will have a bag a day. Then, if that's the case, I will have a bag a day.
These are the new potato chips endorsed by Buck Pierce and the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, of course, and they're for sale at all co-op locations. A portion of the proceeds go to the Children's Hospital Foundation, so a great cause, and they are game day approved.
And they're delicious approved.
They are.
Like, they're so tasty. You should grab yourself a bag of this.
They're barbecue, but they taste like all dress. Oh, Rudy wants.
You want one?
Rudy wants some chips.
Come in, there you go.
There we go. Yes. So these are the barbecue chips. Buck's face is on them. That would be kind of surreal, I think, to have your face on the bag, on a bag of potato chips, and he's on barbecue sauce with Danny's Whole Hog in the Bomber store.
Yeah, I think Buck's going to be a chef one day. Like when he retires from football, he's just going to have a line of food.
He's all product
everywhere.
Endorsement all over the place. Well, it is that time in the show, as it is every week, every year on the Fabulous Blue Bomber Show. It is giveaway time. We have a couple of awesome prizes. First of all, $25 gift card to the Bomber store, thanks to Jeff Bannon and Maria and the whole gang down there. We also have tickets to the home opener, which happens on July 26th, and it's really cool because at the halftime, they're going to honor Cal Murphy. So, as always, one of those emotional halftime ceremonies that you'll really want to be here for, especially if you're a fan of the team in the 80s. Just a lot of great memories with Cal Murphy, so there will be a big ceremony at halftime.
Don't forget to take the pictures and then send them in to us too, eh?
Yeah, Photobomb, that's right. Make sure you send them to us. You can tweet them to us at FBBSWPG. You can send them to us on Facebook, so like us on Facebook, Fabulous Blue Bomber Show, or you can email them to us, fabulousbluebombershow@shaw.ca. So if you would like to win a pair of tickets and a gift card, make sure you get in touch with us, and you have to answer this trivia question in order to win.
Yeah, who did Brandon Stewart lay out the last game against the Ticats? Remember that hit? You probably just saw it. So if you remember, let us know.
And yeah, we'll let you know if you have won. So you can find us on all of those platforms and all those social media platforms. Please make sure you follow us and like us and do all of those things. Get in touch. As well, this year we've got all of our episodes are back up on video on demand. So if you've got friends across the country who are Bomber fans, they can tune us in if they've got Shaw on video on demand. Thank you so much for joining us this week. Did you have a good time in your first episode?
I had a great time. I got paid in chips.
That's all you're going to get.
This is way more than I get at QX104 anyways.
That's more than you're ever going to get again. Yeah, make sure you tune Brody in on the mornings with Samantha, because they're a lot of fun to listen to. And make sure you tune us in here on Shaw TV next week. Bye.
The Fabulous Blue Bombers Show on Shaw TV. To see past episodes or contact the show, visit us online at shaw.ca/FBBS. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, or email us at fabulousbluebombershow@shaw.ca.
Here we go.
Yeah.